Tutorial 2 will address the drawing required for VU22339 CAD engineering drawings using computer-aided drawing systems. And if we take a look at our workbook, it's down here, and we're going to be addressing this one, which is the engineer's square, which is made from bright mild steel, 25mm wide by 3mm thick. So the unit of competency is asking for a 3D model and a 2D drawing, and this will address element 2.2, dimension symbols and text applied according to task requirements. So let's get started. Let's open Fusion360, and here's the model here that we will need to do today. And if I free orbit that around, you can have a look at it. Now, this isn't an assembly model. It's just purely a normal parametric 3D model. And every time I've done an extrusion, I've created a new body, and the new bodies can be seen here in the tree. So we're going to open up a new design window, and the first thing we're going to do is save this. Make sure that you're in your data panel, and make sure it's your engineering data panel. And we're going to click save, and we're going to call this one Engineers Square. Okay, create a sketch. So straight away at the top here, create a sketch. We're going to create this on the ground plane once again, the green and red, and the shortcut key is R for rectangle. Okay, snap it at the origin. Remember, the origin's right there. Click and drag up. You're going to drag up 100mm, so type that in. Use your tab key on the keyboard, type in 25, hit the tab key one more time and press enter. Those dimensions are now locked in. If you've lost one, don't worry about it. So if I've lost one here, you simply go D for dimension key, or create there, dimension, and just click that line and drag down. Okay, and press the enter key. Now we want to extrude that, so finish sketch, and the shortcut key for extrusion is E. It lives over here, and 3mm will be our extrusion. Make sure it says new body. Click OK. Okay, we can refit our view. Click create a sketch. We're going to click the top face of the model that you've just done. Zoom out. R for rectangle is the shortcut key on the keyboard. Snap it at the origin and drag up. Now don't click it. Let go of the mouse. Just type in 78, tab 25, and enter. Straight away, finish sketch, E for extrusion. Go to our home view. We can click what we just drew, drag up, type in 3mm. Now this is critical, and it's paramount that you click the drop down here and choose new body. Do not do join. Now if you accidentally do join, watch what happens. It joins and it makes it one. Don't panic, we can come back from that. Down on our timeline, we can right click, go edit feature, and change that to new body. Repeat the process again. Create a sketch, click that top face there, R for rectangle, snap it at the origin, drag right up to that top corner, type in 100, tab 25, tab enter. E for extrude. This time when you extrude, you'll have to pick two sketches there, those two profiles, drag up, 3mm. Once again, remember, new body. So there's our three bodies. If I expand it over the left-hand side on my tree, my bodies, body 1, body 2, body 3, but let's rename those. So this will be stock underscore lower. Body 2 will be the middle piece, so I'll be stock underscore middle. And the top one will be stock, just click and click again, stock underscore upper. Okay, so now we've got stock lower, stock middle, stock upper. I'm going to turn off stock upper, the eyeball there. See that eyeball? I'm just going to turn that off and it disappears, but it's still there. Don't panic, you can get it back. Create a sketch and pick this top face here where I'm hovering over. Click that. R for rectangle is your shortcut key. You want to snap it on that line there. See, as I drag it over, it snaps to that black line running vertically. See that? And I just want to snap there and drag out to the left. I'm going to type in 25, hit the tab key once, type in 150, tab key enter. Okay, so here's my blade, right? So what I need to do is put a dimension from here. So D, shortcut key is D. I'm going to click this top line and I let go of the mouse and I just come down and click that top line there on the stock. Okay, and drag out to the side. And that's going to be 3. We can now finish sketch and we can extrude that. E key is your shortcut key. Notice here I'll have to pick two profiles, okay? 3mm. Once again, it must be a new body. If you don't do a new body, remember you can come down in the timeline and fix it by going edit feature. Or if you stuff up a sketch, you can edit a sketch as also in the timeline. I can turn that eyeball back on now, and this one here, I'm going to rename that blade. The body will be called blade. So now you can see I've got 4 bodies in my tree. All right. What we need to do is put some holes in here. Now, if you look at the drawing, they are 3mm holes, 10mm up, then 30mm spacings, okay, all the way up to the top. I believe the middle one's 84 and 94, I think, from memory. Okay, so let's start on this now. So create a sketch. We're going to pick that front face there. We're just going to draw simply some circles, right? So the shortcut key for circle is C. Okay, circle shortcut key is C. And I'm just going to draw 1, 2, 3 circles there. I'm going to draw 1 circle down the bottom here. Okay, now the first thing I'm going to do is orientate this one. I actually put some dimensions on it, not orientate it. D for dimension. I'm going to click the circle and click the edge and drag down, and that's going to be 6. Now I'm going to click the bottom edge and the circle and drag out, and that will be 10. Okay, because you need to place it correctly. The diameter of the circle will be 3. So there's 3 dimensions. You'll notice that the sketch is now turned black, which means it's fully defined. Okay, we need to put some constraints. Now, constraints live up here, all right, or these are the quicker buttons up here in the taskbar. And what I need to do is that these circles need to equal stuff, and they need to be in the same orientation. So what we can do here, select the horizontal vertical constraint. We're going to click that circle, and that will now put that in line with that one. Okay, we're now going to click this circle, and that will put those 2 in line with one another. Okay, now we need to put some dimensions on these. All right, we can come back and extrude these later, but we need to do this first. So D for dimension key, from the bottom line to that line there is 84. From the bottom line to the top line there is 94. Okay, so those row of circles are 94mm up from the bottom. That single circle is 84 up. We need to put this circle in the middle. D for dimension, that key, and that one there. All right, and that needs to be 12.5 because half of 25 is 12.5. So now we can make these circles equal that. So watch this, equals. So we can just go, we can get all these at once if you want. Just hold the shift key down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and click equals, and they should all become same. This one didn't work, notice that. So that's going to equal that. All right, so that works now. So if I was to type in 5, let's see if they all work. See how they all change. So I know I've got that constraint right. Okie dokie. So now we're going to finish our sketch. Okay, and what we can do now, we can extrude this first hole here. Okay, so we're going to go extrusion, and I'm just going to extrude this one here and pull it down below. See that there? See how it changed from join here and it went to cut. Okay, and distance, I'm going to go all and click OK. So don't panic, the other sketches have disappeared, but we can get them back over here in the tree at any time. All right, so now we're going to do a rectangular pattern. Create a rectangular pattern. We're going to click, make sure we have features selected here, and I'm just going to zoom in and pick up that hole there. Okay, now I'm going to say distance, so this one here, now distance, our extent, direction, sorry. I'm going to click that direction there, and I pull it out this way, change that to 2 holes, and the distance will be 13. Okay, now I grab the other drag handle and drag up, and we want it to say 3, and the distance will be 60. So there's our holes there. Okay, let's expand the sketches icon and turn the sketches on sketch 5 back on, and that will bring up those 3 that we need to extrude. So extrude, we can zoom in and pick 1, 2, 3. We can drag down for cut and change the distance to all. Click OK. Back to here. Okay, we can turn that sketch eye off now. So the eye, just turn him on, turn him off. Now that hole is in the wrong spot, okay? Which is a bit of a drama. But anyway, that's not a problem. We can fix that, okay? So this hole here is wrong. So we need to go in the timeline and we find that sketch there where we put all the holes on, edit sketch. And there's our problem there. D for dimension, click the circle, click that edge, drag up, okay? And that will be 19, I think, from the edge. Finish sketch, and that's all done. Okay, so click save. And there you have it. There is your 3D modelled engineer square, which you will make in the workshop. Now we need to create a 2D drawing. Now this is just a process that you've already learnt, and we're moving on now. You've done it before. Let's do it again. Right click at the top. Create a drawing, make sure it says ISO A3, click OK, and it's going to be a top view first. So we want a top view, and click OK. There's our top view. We're going to bring in a a base view, and we want this one here, the home view, up there. Okay, so now we can do some projected views off this one. Create projected view. We'll click once here. Get us our side view. This will be our top view. We can click the green icon for OK. I might scale this up. So that's at half scale. So let's make this 1:1 and see if we can fit it on there. Yeah, and we can. So our isometric views in half scale. Remember, we like to have that shaded. Okay. Over here, now we'll need to turn on some hidden detail. So we double click on the main sketch here, double click, and we want to turn on hidden detail. So it's that one there, and notice all those hidden detail lines come on now. Okay, we'll need to put some center lines on this. So geometry, center mark on the circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. Okay, now we'll need to put some center marks on the circles here going through where the drilled holes are. So this center line is this one here. We're going to zoom in so you can see it. You're going to pick the middle, the upper and lower, and you'll notice that center line appears now. You'll need this center line to get dimensions on. It's this one here. Make sure you click the correct one, and that one there. All right, that will allow us to dimension that. Because if we look at our workbook, they're calling for dimensions on the side. Okay, so they are all the hole dimensions. So we can start doing some of those now. Now we can replace this drawing at any time by just clicking on it. Okay, clicking on it and just dragging it, and click and hold actually and drag it. Okay. And drag that out. All right, so let's put some dimensions on these here. So we'll zoom in for this to make it a bit easier. From the corner to that line is 10, is 40, and click it, 70, 84, 94. All right, so there's those dimensions there. We'll need, if we look at the drawing here, they're asking for a width and length up the top there. So we can click this one here, 150. D for dimension is the shortcut key you're looking for if you lose it. It's 100, and this one here will be 78. Okay, let's check what other dimensions they're asking for. A little bit blurry to see here. $9 millimeters, We want to see that it's 25 as well. And from this edge to that circle there is 6. From that edge to that circle there, drag it is 19. We want a diameter, dimensions, diameter. Zoom in, pick the edge of that circle and drag out. And we need to tell that that hole is in the middle. Okay, so okay, so we might have to have a good look at that. I suggest that you check your workshop plans to make sure you get all your dimensions on there. But we can also add in here now, we've got to add some title block information, some other information. Remember, capital letters, isometric, view, and reposition that. This one here will be front view. Right in top view. And what I like to do is overlay it, get it roughly close, then go up, give you some guide where it should be. This can actually move up a little bit. This will be our side view. All right, we can add some more detail. You can actually download and insert that third angle projection view, this one here. And we can put that down in that corner. We can also put in here all measurements in millimeters unless otherwise stated. All right, and put your date in the title block, your department. Okay, right in here. Material. BMS, which means bright mild steel. Okay, 25 by 3 millimeters. And the department will be engineering. So here we're doing engineering, and we can drag that down into there. Alrighty, and you'll just have to check your plan just to make sure we've got everything. So 150 by 25, that middle piece is 78, that piece is 100. The diameter of the holes are 3. You can move that up if that's in the road, if you don't like that. You might want to put an angle dimension in here, so just to explain that that has to be 90 degrees. Okay. We've got the width here, and you could probably just have the dimension here as well, just to show that it's a 3 mil diameter. All right, if you wanted to get really flash, you can put your logo in there if you wanted to. And And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are completed. Just remember to check your plans, your workshop plans. Make sure you've got all your dimensions in there that you're supposed to have, and you'll actually go into the workshop and you'll make this. And making this forms part of the units, the MEM units, which are power tools and hand tools, okay? And drawing it meets the CAD unit as well. Good on you. See you on the next.